Let us see the structures under cover of gluteus maximus. Once we remove the gluteus maximus, we can see the following structures under cover.
Now we'll see the muscles which are under cover of gluteus maximus. So this is a piriformis which take origin from the sacrum, from the ventral aspect of the sacrum, and it will come to the posterior aspect via the greater sciatic foramen and get inserted into the greater trochanter, the apex of the or the tip of the greater trochanter. The next muscle what we should know is this muscle which will be coming through the lesser sciatic foramen. We can see this is the lesser sciatic foramen. Okay, so through the lesser sciatic foramen which will be formed between these two ligaments. Okay, this is the sacrotuberous ligament, this is the sacrospinous ligament, this is sacrospinous ligament. Okay, so now these two ligaments are converting the greater and the lesser sciatic for notches into the foramen, greater sciatic foramen and lesser sciatic foramen. So through the lesser sciatic foramen you can see this is the obturator internus which will be taking origin from the obturator fascia and also from the ischium and also from the parts of the ilium. Okay, from the ventral aspect. So it will travel here and it will be crossing the, it will be coming out through the lesser sciatic foramen to get inserted into the greater trochanter, to get inserted into the greater trochanter. So along with the piriformis, we have two more muscle, one on the superior aspect, one on the inferior aspect, which will be coming from the upper part of the lesser sciatic notch and also from the lower part of the lesser sciatic notch. So from the upper part of lesser sciatic notch, this muscle is called the superior gemellus. Okay, so this superior gemellus is related superior to that of the tendon of obturator internus. This is obturator internus, so this is superior gemellus. And below the obturator internus, we have the inferior gemellus. Okay, this is inferior gemellus. So all the three tendons we can see it will be converging and it will get attached to the greater trochanter. Okay, the tendon of obturator internus, superior gemellus and the inferior gemellus, all the three tendons converge and get inserted into the greater trochanter. The next muscle what we need to know is this one. This is the quadratus femoris. This is the quadratus femoris which will be taking origin from the ischial tuberosity, just on the superior aspect of the ischial tuberosity, and get attached to the quadrate tubercle here onto the femur. Okay, onto the femur quadrate tubercle. The next muscle will be the reflected head of the rectus femoris muscle. So the rectus femoris, the reflected head will be originating from above the capsule. Okay, just on the superior aspect of the capsule of the hip joint. Okay, along the bone surrounding the capsule, it will be originating. So that is actually present as a undercover of gluteus maximus, deep relation of gluteus maximus. Then the muscles which are taking origin from the ischial tuberosity, you can see this is the ischial tuberosity, the muscles which are taking origin from the ischial tuberosity, that is the hamstring muscles, the four hamstring muscles, along with the attachment of this ligament, that is the sacrotuberous ligament, which is also attached to the ischial tuberosity. Okay, so next we have one more muscle here. This is actually the superior fibers, the upper fibers of adductor magnus, which gets inserted to the medial margin of the gluteal tuberosity. You can see this is the gluteal tuberosity. Along the medial margin of the gluteal tuberosity, we have the upper fibers, which will be the pubic fibers, which are taking origin from the pubic bone, which will come and get attached like this to the to the medial margin of the gluteal tuberosity. Okay, so these are the muscles, and two more muscles are the large muscles, the gluteus minimus, which will be taking origin from the gluteal surface of the ilium between the anterior and the inferior gluteal line. So it will be originating from this area between the anterior and the inferior gluteal line. It will be taking origin and it gets inserted onto the greater trochanter, gets inserted onto the greater trochanter. Then the next muscle which will be overlapping this gluteus minimus will be the gluteus medius. So this muscle is the gluteus medius. The gluteus medius will be taking origin from the ilium, from the gluteal surface of the ilium between the anterior and the posterior gluteal lines. So this region, okay, take origin between the anterior and the posterior gluteal lines, and again this also gets inserted onto the greater trochanter of femur. Okay, this also gets inserted onto the greater trochanter of femur. So these are the muscles which are present under cover. Along with this, we also have the obturatory externus. So along with that, we also have the obturatory externus, which will be coming from here. That is also related as the undercover of gluteus maximus. These are the muscles which are related undercover of gluteus maximus. And the two ligaments which we have already seen, there is one more ligament which is related to the gluteus maximus. There is the ischiofemoral ligament between the ischium and the femur. Okay, and the ischiofemoral ligament. So these are the ligaments and muscles related undercover of gluteus maximus. Next, we have to learn the nerves and vessels which are related undercover of gluteus maximus. Now let's see the nerves which are related deep to the gluteus maximus. Here we can see this is the greater sciatic foramen and this is the lesser sciatic foramen. So the structures which are coming out of the greater and the lesser sciatic foramen will be related deep to the gluteus maximus. First, coming to the nerves, along the greater sciatic foramen we can see this is the superior gluteal nerve which will be emerging from the upper border of the piriformis. Then here from the lower border of the piriformis we can see the inferior gluteal nerve, the sciatic nerve and the posterior cutaneous nerve of the thigh. All these things will be coming through the borders of the piriformis. And there are two nerves which will be coming out through the greater sciatic foramen and re-entering through the lesser sciatic foramen to reach the perineum. So here these two nerves are the pudendal nerve and the nerve to obturator internus. Along with these nerves, will be having the nerve to the quadratus femoris. So this is the quadratus femoris muscle. So the nerve to the quadratus femoris muscle will be coming through this area and it will be going deep to all these muscles, deep to this gemellae and the obturator internus tendon, and it will be supplying the quadratus femoris. So the nerve to the quadratus femoris is also related deep to the gluteus maximus. And at last, some perforating cutaneous branches also will be related deep to the gluteus maximus. Next, coming to the vessels. Okay, through the greater sciatic foramen from the upper border of the piriformis we have the superior gluteal vessels which will be related to undercover of the gluteus maximus. Next, the inferior gluteal vessels which will be coming from the greater sciatic foramen and it will be related from the lower, it will be emerging from the lower border of the piriformis. And we can see the trochanteric anastomosis, which will be formed between the descending branch of the superior gluteal vessel. You can see this is the descending branch of the superior gluteal vessel and the ascending branch of the medial circumflex femoral artery, and the ascending branch of the medial circumflex femoral artery which will be taking part in the anastomosis around the greater trochanter. And the first perforating artery and also the cruciate anastomosis which will be formed by the transverse branches of the medial and the lateral circumflex femoral artery, the descending branch of the inferior gluteal artery and the ascending branch of the first perforating artery. All these will be present, okay, which will be taking part in the cruciate anastomosis here. Next, coming to the bones and joints related deep to the gluteus maximus. You can see the ilium is related deep to the gluteus maximus, the sacrum, the coccyx, the ischium with the ischial tuberosity, the upper end of the femur which includes the greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, neck and the head of the femur. And the next two joints, okay, the hip joint and the sacroiliac joint, okay, hip joint and the sacroiliac joint, and also the sacrococcygeal joint. So these are the bones and the joints related deeply. Then the bursa over the trochanter, okay, the trochanteric bursa over the ischial tuberosity, okay, the bursa over the ischial tuberosity and the bursa between the gluteus maximus and the vastus lateralis. So all these bursas will be related deep to the gluteus maximus. So these are the structures which are present under cover of gluteus maximus. Thank you.